Imagine losing a 500-year-old empire because your cousin couldn't read. Welcome to the rich, spicy history of Islamic empires where brilliance and betrayal walked hand in hand. And half the time, the betrayal shared your last name. Today we dive into the tragic, hilarious, and sometimes unbelievably stupid ways nepotism tanked entire Muslim dynasties. Grab your tea, clutch your inheritance, and prepare to be disappointed repeatedly. Number 1. The Umayyad family BBQ literally burned by bloodline. The Umayyads ruled the Islamic world like it was their family WhatsApp group. Everything from governorships to battlefield command was passed to relatives like wedding leftovers. But when you appoint your cousin as the governor of Kufa because he brings good dessert, don't be surprised when it backfires. Enter the Abbasids, also cousins but this time with knives. After decades of the Umayyads treating the caliphate like a private inheritance, the Abbasids threw a family reunion with less hugging, more stabbing. Nepotism didn't just kill the Umayyads, it fed the revolution that replaced them. Number 2. The Abbasid decay. Too many cooks, all related. The Abbasids came to power chanting justice. What they meant was now our cousins get to rule. They built an aristocracy of relatives who thought they were qualified, and none of whom had ever read a budget. Provinces were handed out like wedding seating charts. Iraq for Uncle Harun, Khorasan for the nephew, Egypt for that one brother who always ruins dinner. The result? Infighting so bad the caliph couldn't leave Baghdad without a helmet. One caliph even brought in Turkish slave soldiers to counterbalance the relatives. That worked until the soldiers realized they didn't need a caliph either. Number 3. The Fatimid fumble. Let's put my 5-year-old on the throne. Because nothing says strong leadership like a toddler with a crown. When Caliph Al-Amir was assassinated, the Fatimid elites crowned his 5-year-old son, his regent, a distant cousin with his own plans and zero military power. Crusaders were thrilled. While Cairo argued over bedtime, the Crusaders casually took half the Levant. The dynasty unraveled faster than the kid's sleep schedule. By the time Saladin showed up, the caliph had no army, no fans, and no actual authority. Number 4. The Mamluk madness, the Sultan factory that couldn't stop hiring relatives. The Mamluks were slave soldiers who built an empire on merit. For about 5 minutes. Then they turned the Sultanate into a family business. Sultan's teenage son? Congrats, here's an empire. In one case, the child sultan was so young he couldn't even sign royal decrees. Someone forged them for him. Real power went to whichever cousin had the most swords that way. By the 15th century, the Mamluk Empire was just a medieval job fair for entitled nephews, which made it very convenient for the Ottomans to bulldoze them. Number 5. The Ottoman let's not kill our brothers anymore act, a mistake. Before 1617, Ottoman succession was simple. When the Sultan died, his sons fought to the death. Winner takes the throne. Losers get eliminated. Brutal, but effective. Then Sultan Ahmed I said, hey, maybe let's not kill our brothers. Let's just give the throne to the oldest guy in the family, even if he's completely unqualified. That's how we got Sultan Mustafa I, a man who spent most of his reign throwing coins to fish and talking to birds. This policy made the court less bloody and a lot more incompetent. Government by birth order is not exactly a winning formula. Number 6. The Mughal meltdown. Daddy issues on a subcontinental scale. The Mughals loved their families, maybe too much. Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal for his wife. Beautiful. But he refused to pick a successor. So his sons did what any royal siblings would do. They murdered each other. Aurangzeb, the most ruthless, imprisoned his dad, killed his brothers, and took the throne. But guess what? Aurangzeb also didn't name a successor, which meant more chaos, more blood, and a dynasty too distracted by family drama to stop the British from waltzing in. Nepotism. It's hereditary. Number 7. The Almoravid collapse cousins. Not competence. In North Africa, the Almoravids built a powerful state based on theology and discipline. Then they handed leadership to a carousel of cousins, each more useless than the last. They argued over titles, not reforms. They governed like it was a family picnic. Meanwhile, the Almohads were rising fast with clearer vision and better organization. The Almoravids didn't fall in a great battle. They just slowly collapsed under the weight of their own gene pool. Number 8. The Safavid spiral. Too much royal blood. Not enough brains. The Safavids of Iran had a thing for marrying within the royal circle. Keeps the bloodline clean, right? Except it also keeps your empire stupid. By the 1700s, Safavid shahs were so insulated they didn't know how to lead, tax, or even go outside without ceremony. The court was a retirement home for cousins, uncles, and in-laws. When Afghan tribes stormed in, no one even knew who was in charge. The state had rotted from the inside. Thanks, cousin. Nepotism isn't just giving your cousin a job. It's planting a time bomb in your empire and blaming the explosion on fate. From Baghdad to Delhi, too many Muslim empires fell not from foreign enemies, but from family, because sometimes your greatest threat isn't across the border. It's sitting at your dinner table, asking for a promotion. If you like this breakdown of dynastic disasters, hit subscribe. Or better yet, send this to your cousin who thinks he deserves a job at your company. Trust us, history says don't.